So this specific video is for the male auditioners. There's another one that I posted that's for the females. And in this video, I'm just going to give you some guidance and some help with your song to help you be the most successful. I'll give you some basic vocal technique. And if any of these things are unclear to you or you're unsure of, or like, I've never heard that before, you can send me an email or ask Mrs. Collins. They'd be more than happy to help. Mr. Chandler as well, with any questions over email. So first, let's just talk about the sound that I'm looking for. So for this song specifically, sung by Billy, Easy to Love, it has a very pingy and ringy tenor sound, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Now some of you may be baritones, I'm a baritone myself, and some of these notes may be hard for you, or it may be hard for you to get this specific sound. And later in the video, we'll talk about specific things that you can do to alter it and be more comfortable for yourself. Now I'm going to start you off with some vocal warm-ups that are going to help you get into this sound. So first, we're going to do an NG on a 5-pattern scale, so, fa, mi, re, do, going down. And you're just going to get a sound. So just do that a few times. And it's going to have sort of a yawning feeling, so you're going to make sure that your soft palate is lifted in the back. So quick thing on soft palate. So you have your soft palate which is in the back, and you have your hard palate which is in your front. You'll notice when you open up in the back, you're going to feel it lift. That's lifting your soft palate, and that's the space that we want. So you're going to go and we're going to just do that on this scale. So it's going to go keep the space open, keep going. Now we're going to do a wee with this pattern, and this is going to get more of a classical, legit sound going for you. And what legit means, that's a term that we use in musical theater, which is a more classical sound in musical theater styles. So we're going to do a wee, and it should be one phrase. Try that. Wee, wee. And then you can vibrate the last pitch. If vibrato is something that's natural for you, let that color naturally come in. Wee, 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 wee. Open up as we get higher. Wee. That first approach, open. Keep going. One more. That's your top G that's in this piece. Now one other warm-up, and this is going to get your belt going, which in musical theater, this is a term that we use, and it's a more powerful sound that we carry up. So you have your chest voice on the bottom, which is your main primary speech-like sound, and a belt is when we carry that up to a higher place that you would sometimes maybe use a mix-in or a head voice or a falsetto. So what we're going to do is we're going to do wah, 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 wah. And it doesn't have to sound pretty. We want a nice open, wide sound to get this belty sound out. So let's try that. Wah, 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 wah. 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 Keep going. look at your song and apply these techniques. So you're starting at measure 83 and going to 98 with "Oh, how we'd bloom, how we'd thrive." So let's just talk about your phrasing first. So this is a ballad. It's really a beautiful, sweet song. So you want to connect each phrases. So you can think about, "Oh, how we'd bloom, how we'd thrive." So that beginning part, there's no need for a breath because we want to carry those phrases. You also want to move through each phrase. Keep the energy going and keep the energy going to the last note. So, "Oh, how we'd bloom, how we'd thrive." You can really move it along depending on how you want to do it. One other thing is we want to make sure that we have good consonants at the beginning and then we have the consonant release at the end. So for instance, in this beginning part, "Oh, how we'd bloom, how we'd thrive." So you want to have a nice good B on bloom and then a nice V ending on thrive. Now obviously this is a solo, so you're going to not want to do it as dramatic as you would do it in a chorus setting to make sure that we all have a cutoff together. It can be much more subtle. So let's just try some of these things. So in this first phrase, "Oh, how we'd bloom, how we'd thrive." Keep going. "In a cottage for 2 or even 3, 4 or 5. Now on that 5, it's going to depend. If you're a tenor, maybe that'll be a more mixed sound or a full sound. Now for a baritone or someone that sings lower, you're going to want to put that in a falsetto just like I just did. Now, if that's not even comfortable for you, you can just take it down the octave. So 4 or 5, and just really sing through that pitch. So you would just do that G down the octave. And then this next part, so try to see, this is much more free. So what that means is you can really take some liberty with your tempo. And this is also going to be a much softer sound as well. So it's not going to be a full belt sound up there at all. It'll be more of a falsetto or a strong falsetto into a mixy sound. So this next part, so try to see, so try to see your future with me, 'cause you'd be oh so. And you can really elongate these phrases and get this beautiful sound out. It's such a beautiful piece to sing. Now also think about what we did in the warm-up with getting the space open with the soft palate, lifting your soft palate. That's going to help a lot when you're singing these higher notes. So try to see your future with me, 'cause you'd be. And after me, you can take a short break there. You just are having this that's elongated, and then 'cause you'd be oh so easy to love. Yeah, and then it'll end there. So a few other things that we want to make sure we have in musical theater, sometimes we straight tone through a phrase and then vibrate at the end. If vibrato is something that's natural to you, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that's something that you can implement. So, oh, how. See how at the end of oh, I added in that color? It's just a nice extra effect, and that will allow the audition panel to know that that's something that you can do, and that's cool. So just some general notes as well. Most importantly, please attend those sessions with Mrs. Collins to learn this piece. That's going to be really important, and also shows that you're going the extra step to show up to those and that you're preparing and care about the audition. Also remember that we want you to succeed in the audition. Show us your best and know that we are looking for that. And then also fully commit your character and embrace while singing. This is something Sometimes when singers are singing in musical theater, they're just thinking about their singing voice. And at the audition, we want you to get past that. We want you to fully embrace your character and think about you being in this character. When you sing this song, I want you to think about Billy and what he's thinking about while he's singing this piece, and fully commit and show us that you can move us through a song. Because that's why we go into song, because dialogue can't express that emotion enough anymore. Also, some general acting tips that you can think about. Like I said, stay true to the character in each song. Think about your character saying this piece. So why is Billy singing this piece? Think about what happened right before this song that led him into singing this piece. And then also think about what happened after this song. What did this piece lead him to? What was his build-up? Where did it get him to? Also think about who your character is speaking to. Is he speaking to one person? Is he speaking to a group of people? Is that person in the room, or is this someone that he's imagining and singing to? And then also, I want you to think about something else you can be thinking about is speaking the text. So take a moment to just speak through your text. Oh, how we bloom, how we thrive. So just like how you would speak a monologue, and this helps so much with your acting when you just take the text out of the singing. You're not thinking about your singing voice at all. You're not thinking about all those techniques that I just showed you, and you're just thinking about the text. And then put the notes back into it, and that's going to really help you portray this piece. And then just a few other things. Just keep in mind that you can always email me with any questions that you have. Obviously, I'm new to the production team, so you guys don't know me as well as you know Adam. And you guys have been working with Nicole as well, so you've seen her and been around her. So you can always email me at brettjroden@aol.com, and that email will also be in your audition packet. And Mrs. Collins, of course, would be more than happy to help you. Obviously, you're seeing her on a daily basis in school, and I'm not in the school during the day. And guys, now if you have problems, like we talked about baritones, if you have problems hitting some of these notes, think about those things that I gave you. You can either take the note down the octave, or pick another note in the chord that fits in the chord, or the easiest solution is just to sing the note in falsetto. And that's what will be most comfortable to. And also know that we're going to be very understanding in the audition about this piece, and know that it's very challenging, and we just want to see the best that you can do. Just a few things to keep in mind for callbacks is it's going to be a lot of trying things out and a lot of me working with you, and that gives me a chance to see how you reflect and absorb feedback and see what you can give back to me and see how flexible your voice is. This will be a great discovery moment for yourself and for me and the casting team. So just don't be discouraged and give everything that you can. Know that we're here for you and fully 100% support you, so just try your best that you can. I look forward to hearing you in the audition. Best of luck.